Welcome to the second episode of Lalitha Divya Rahasya Sahasra Namastotra. The hypothesis that in maths, the theory proving the proof of a theory is based on if the theory is satisfied under the worst condition scenario, then it is applicable for any other situation. So on the other hand, it is easier to prove a theory wrong under the worst case scenario, and if it happens to be right, then it is applicable for any other scenario. Similarly, Lalitha is the distribution of the fruit of karmacharana between Brahmagrandhi and Anahata, that is the region between faculty of intellect and faculty of discretion, as these two are the most important faculties in terms of the karmacharana. And this distribution of the fruit based on the heavy characteristic known as tamogunas. So if the faculties are satisfied with the distribution of the fruit of resulting from the karmacharana based on the heavy characteristics or heavy gunas, that is tamogunas, then it is applicable for any other situation. And that is exactly what Lalitha Sahasranam teaches us. So in the previous episode, that is the first episode, so we have discussed what is Lalitha, what is the significance of Lalitha Sahasranama, why do we have to chant Lalitha Sahasranama, the significance of Sahasra, that is 1000, and what benefits do we derive through Lalitha Sahasranama, and the various hidden layers we have discussed. So before we get to the actual namas, that are 1000 manifestations of energies of ultimate cosmic source in the universe, so we need to go through the terminology that is being used in this series of episodes. The human body has 4 faculties, that is faculty of intellect, discretion, personality and mind, that are bound, that are northbound, and there are southbound faculties in terms of Panchabrahmas, which are operating in witness mode. The effort of the karmacharana is to reunite these two forces in the body. In that mode of operation, one can draw unlimited and abundance of cosmic energy. In addition to these, our body is having 7 Kundalini Chakras. 3 knots are known as Gandhis, and these are all these play a vital role in the karmacharana. So let us see the cycle of the karmacharana. This will we'll revisit this karmacharana cycle again in the coming episodes, but for the time being, we'll briefly go through the cycle of the karmacharana. For a soul conscious individual, the origin of the karmacharana is driven by the soul. So it's known as Atma Prerana, because if it is a soul connected, then through the exhibition of the karmacharana, the soul energy gets uplifted or gets enriched. So that is the power of intent or the sankalpa bala, if it is originated from the soul, that is Atma. This message is being communicated to the faculties through the Kundalini energy, and then it reaches first the faculty of intellect, also known as Buddhi, which is the approving authority. So Buddhi, after approving the karmacharana, the control is transferred to faculty of discretion, which submits the report on the pros and cons of the on execution of the karmacharana. If the karmacharana is successful, how much benefit faculties get, what is the upliftment that ego gets, and if it is a failure, how much the ego will hurt based on the previous reports, previous karmacharana reports. So from the discretion report, the control is passed to the faculty of personality, which fantasizes the successful completion of the karmacharana and the upliftment that the personality gets based on after the success, after getting the success. Then finally it goes to the faculty of mind. Through the mind, it passes to the senses, 5 senses, and then the karmacharana is executed. So the fruit of karmacharana, whether it is a success or failure, that is a rotten fruit or a ripe fruit, is delivered back through the senses to the faculty of mind, which takes its proportion, passes to personality, which takes its proportion, and then goes to the discretion, taking its proportion, goes to the intellect, and intellect takes its proportion. So these proportions are stored in what are known as their vessels, faculties vessels. There are panchakosas, Vijnanamaya kosa corresponding to intellect, Pranamaya kosa corresponding to discretion, Annamaya kosa corresponding to personality, and Manomaya kosa corresponding to mind. The fifth kosa, known as Anandamaya kosa, that is a vessel corresponding to the inner guru who resides in the Agna Chakra. So after faculties taking their proportion, faculties are satisfied, then automatically Anandamaya kosa is satisfied, inner guru is satisfied, and when all these are satisfied, soul gets enriched, and so the remaining fruit of the karmacharana is delivered to the Panchabrahmas through the Panchabrahmas, through the Sahasrara Chakra, the Jura membrane on top of the head. So this is being delivered to the 5 elements, external 5 elements in the physical world. To the extent that is being delivered to the physical world, multifold is returned back from the universe into the Jura cell, that is in terms of the cosmic energy. So this is the actual cycle of the karmacharana. So as can be noticed that all the forces in the body are participating in this karmacharana. Okay, so therefore the unison of northbound and southbound forces in the body, that is Panchabrahmas and Panchabrahmas which are southbound and Narayani, which is essentially the four faculties that are northbound. So these two forces, the harmonious state of these two forces, will fetch great dividends in terms of the cosmic energy, because in that state one can draw abundance of cosmic energy through the universe. Okay, so this, in addition to this terminology that we are going to repeatedly refer to in the coming episodes, the alphabets, the namas, each individual nama is formed out of based on the letters, that is alphabets, and several namas form a sloka. So at each level there is a hidden secret, there is a hidden message in Lalitha Sahasranama, starting from the root, which is the alphabet or the letters. So that means each letter or alphabet has a meaning, specific meaning. So this is being derived based on the pranava, that is also known as Omkara, which is the combination of Akara, Ukara, Makara. So the Akara refers to the Brahma Grandhi, Ukara refers to the Vishnu Grandhi, and Makara refers to the Rudra Grandhi. So that is Srushti, Sthiti, Laya, or birth, and then the transit between birth and death, birth and termination, and final termination, that is Rudra Grandhi. So the extension of this Akara, Ukara, Makara to the other letters, based on that, this mapping is being done. So let us try to run through that. So A means the contents in Brahma Grandhi, which is the navel in our body. Navel is the reference, navel is the origin. So the extension of A, which is known as A, is traversing further north from Brahma Grandhi or navel, that is a little bit away from Brahma Grandhi in the northern direction is Manipura Chakra, that is A. Contents of Manipura Chakra is A. Then E is further north of Manipura Chakra, which is Anahat Chakra or Heart Chakra. So contents of Heart Chakra is represented by E. The extension of E, which is E, is it refers to the north of Anahat Chakra, between Vishnu Grandhi and Anahat Chakra. The contents between Vishnu Grandhi and Anahat Chakra, that is E, extension of E. Then U, as already pointed out, is Vishnu Grandhi, contents in Vishnu Grandhi. Then extension of U, which is U, is contents between Visuddhi Chakra, that is the throat chakra, and Vishnu Grandhi. Then Ru refers to contents in Visuddhi Chakra. Ru is extension of Ru, that is Ru is beyond Visuddhi Chakra and below the Agna Chakra, the contents in this place, that is intermediate to Visuddhi Chakra and Agna Chakra. A is further north of Ru and closer to the Agna Chakra. Then A, that is extension of A, is just south of Agna Chakra. I is I refers to the contents in Agna Chakra. Then O is north of Agna Chakra. The extension of O, that is O, is further north of O. Then Au is just south of Rudra Grandhi. Then are the contents in Rudra Grandhi. Then Aha is a very special alphabet. It refers to exclamation. So this exclamation is a result of Aha is connection of Brahma Grandhi to all the way to lunar planet. The Bhuvaneshwari in lunar planet. Bhuvaneshwari is a subsystem of lunar planet. So it is filled with the radiance. Bhuvaneshwari is light emanating from the lunar planet. So Aha is a connection from Brahma Grandhi all the way to Bhuvaneshwari radiance. Hence it is used with exclamation. Ka means karmacharana performed through the karmendriyas. Ka, that is Ka with a third Ka is bird's karmacharana. Ga is a magnetic Jupiter's magnetic energy. Then Gha is condensed form of magnetic energy of the Jupiter. Then Gna is a mixture of Jupiter, then Jagati Kanda, and the Mercury effects. Jagati Kanda are the resources within the earth crust. They are known as Jagati Kanda. Then Cha is the Chandramandala Shodasha Vidya. Shodasha Vidya is the technique that is that uses 16 different characteristics. That is called Shodasha Vidya. Then Cha is a saturated form of Shodasha Vidya, Chandramandala Shodasha Vidya. Then Ta is a characteristic of bird. Ta is a saturated characteristic of the bird. Da is the a stem that is holding the Visuddhi lotus. Visuddhi lotus resides in it is in the throat chakra, in the throat region, upside down. It is inverted. That means facing the south. Therefore, stem of the Visuddhi chakra, Visuddhi lotus, is towards the north. And the stem of the Visuddhi chakra, it is so tiny and so fine that it can traverse through all the planets. That is called Dakiniswari. So Da means that the stem of the Visuddhi lotus. Dha is the saturated form of the stem of this Dakineswari. Ana is, although this is probably not there in English, but Ana does exist. Ana is the Narayani. In that Ana is the faculty of mind that is residing in Brahma Grandhi. Then Ta is the heavy duty karmacharana characteristics known as tamogunas. Dha is Dha is saturated form of the tamogunas. Dha are the contents in Visuddhi Chakra. Dha is saturated form of saturated contents of Visuddhi Chakra. Then Na, there is a degeneracy in Na, because Na, Narayani, there is Na, and Namah Shivaya and Sahasrara, Panchabrahmas, also Na is there. So Na, there is a degeneracy in Na, refers to the faculty of intellect, that is either southbound or northbound. Both are possible. So it's based on the situation. We have to decide which is acting at that time. Pa is the karmachana performed by the Panchabrahmas in Sahasrara. Fa is saturated form of the karmachana of the Panchabrahmas. Ba refers to the Mercury effects in Brahma Gandhi, or it can also be the external earthly external physical world earth element. There are 5 elements in the physical world, so the earth element of the physical world, that can also be the Ba. Bha is saturated form of the Ba. Then Ma is the earth element of the Panchabrahmas. Ya, there is a degeneration in the Ya again, because Narayani and then Namah Shivaya both have Ya. So Ya can be the northbound fire element, that is Narayani fire element, or it can also be the southbound sky element, that is Panchabrahma sky element. Ra is the Rajogunas in Brahma Grandhi, which are linked to the Ida Nadi, while Tamogunas are linked to the Pingal Nadi. La is the fruit of Karmacharana. Then Va is faculty of mind of Panchabrahmas. Then Ala, while La is the fruit of Karmacharana, on the surface of the earth, Ala is the fruit of Karmacharana that is found in the earth crust, that is inside the earth. Then Sa is fire element of the Panchabrahmas. Then Sha is the Shodasha Vidya, which is having 16 characteristics. Sa is the Sattva Guna, which is linked to the Sushumna Nadi. Then Ha, we have already discussed in Ha. Ha is the radiance of the Bhuneshwari, which is part of the lunar planet. So the connection to the lunar planet is Ha. That's why it is used in exclamation, aha, aho, like that. So when we say aha, so we get connected to the lunar planet. So these are the alphabets, the terminology, the basic terminology that is being used in explaining the hidden meanings of Lalitha Divya Rahasya Sahasranama Stotra. So the entire effort or entire motivation, the motivation of this Lalitha Divya Rahasya Sahasranama Stotra is to promote the unification in this universe. Through the unification of the forces, unified state of the forces of north and southbound forces, that promotes the witness mode operation. That means the entire society, the entire state, entire country, entire planet is filled with sea of lotuses. Each individual is acting like a lotus in a witness mode. In that state of unification, one can draw abundance of cosmic energy through the ultimate source of the cosmic energy in this universe. That is what is the essence of Lalita Divya Rahasya Sahasranama Stotra. This state is also known as Sivasikta Samarasya. So the entire effort of Lalita Divya Rahasya Sahasranama Stotra is to promote Sivasikta Samarasya. It is not to do with worshipping a deity that is being seated in a golden chair or on a chariot, holding various weapons, wearing so many ornaments, and trying to kill evil over the good. No, it is nothing to do with all that. How can any mother kill her own children? I don't think there's any mother in this universe that makes such an attempt. So the essence of Lalita's Divya Rahasya Sahasranama Stotra is not to worship a physical form of the deity. It is absolutely beyond that. It is beyond the physical. It is spiritual, and all of us are spiritual because we all turn inward when we sleep. So hence we are all spiritual. So let us move on, and we'll try to complete this terminology, basic terminology, before we run into the individual namas. So we say Lalita Divya Rahasya Sahasranama Stotra. Lalita we have already covered or uncovered. So what is Divya meaning? What is Rahasya meaning? What is Stotra meaning? And this Lalita Divya Rahasya Sahasranama Stotra, how did it originate? It is originated through the saints known as Vasunyadi Vagdevata Rishis, passed to Hayagriva, and through Hayagriva, the dialogue that happened between Hayagriva and Agastya, and through Agastya it has reached all of us. So, what is Vasunyadi Vagdevata Rishi? What is Rishi? What is Vasunyadi? What is Vagdevata? Who is a Hayagriva? What is the meaning of Hayagriva? What is the meaning of Agastya? So we have to know all this. So let us try to briefly understand all this. So Divi means a combination of the Venus potency. Okay, so before this we have to understand a little bit about the Gandhis, the three Gandhis. As already pointed out, Gandhi means a knot, and we need two ends to tie a knot. So Brahma Gandhi is the knot located at the navel. It is not between Swadhisthana and Manipura Chakra. And Vishnu Gandhi is a knot connecting Anahat Chakra and Visuddhi Chakra, that is the heart chakra and the throat chakra. And Rudra Gandhi is a knot connecting Agna Chakra and the Sahasrara Chakra. So each of these three Gandhis, that is Brahma Gandhi, Vishnu Gandhi and Rudra Gandhi, they act as a filter because it's a knot, so they act as a filter. So what do they filter? They filter the flow of Kundalini energy. So they act as a wall. They essentially act like a wall, a controlling mechanism. Okay, so what Divi means the combination of Venus potency and the Maya, which is related to the Mars. Maya or illusion, Maya also known as the illusion. So the combination of Venus potency and the illusion effects of Mars in heart chakra. So these effects in heart chakra are transferring these characteristics to the faculty of mind of Panchabrahmas in heart chakra, that is called Divi. So Divya means the transferring the contents of Divi through the discretion of through the faculty of discretion, from the faculty of discretion to the faculty of personality, that is called Divya. That means the Divi, contents of Divi passed from discretion to personality, that is called Divya. That means personality not succumbing to Maya or illusion effects, and thus promoting the Sivasakta Samarasya, the harmony in the body. Rahasya means secret or confidential information. It is essentially the radiance of the Bhuvneshwari that is sandwiched between Rajogunas and Sattvagunas in the Brahma Grandhi, and exhibiting this through the faculty of personality in Brahma Grandhi. Since the radiance of lunar planet in the form of Bhuvneshwari was concealed between Rajoguna and Sattvagunas, so it becomes a secret, or it's a concealed information, so it's a confidential information. So meaning Lalitha Sahasranama should be understood through the lens of, because Bhuvneshwari is part of the lunar planet, and lunar planet is known for the Shodasha Vidya, because the Shodasha Vidya, the originator of the Shodasha Vidya is the moon. So through the contents of the lunar planet, that is Bhuvneshwari, which is concealed in Rahasya, that means Lalitha Sahasranama should be understood through the lens of Shodasha Vidya. Then only the secrets of the Lalitha Sahasranama can be uncovered. So the Bhuvneshwari radiance will assist in uncovering the hidden secrets of the Lalitha Sahasranama. That's why it is Rahasya. So Nama means the harmonious state of northbound and southbound forces in the body, or Sivasakta Samarasya. Just the way Rama is promotion of Sivasakta Samarasya, Nama is also promotion of Sivasakta Samarasya. So mana is the oscillation of the mind in the physical world. Mana refers to the mind. So if mana is reversed, then it becomes nama. That is oscillation of the mind, that is constrained with limited degrees of freedom, which is internal, the internal oscillation of the mind, that is nama. So when this oscillation of the mind is restricted between Manipura Chakra and Sahasrara Chakra, that is called nama. So stotra means the combination of sattva tamogunas, that is north of the Agna Chakra, in association with tamogunas and rajogunas in Brahma Grandhi. So meaning the generation of sattva, raja, tamogunas in tune with the mind oscillation of the Nama. So as the mind oscillates, it wavers, it generates sattva, it generates based on what it sees, it generates sattva, raja, tamo gunas. So in this case, the sattva, raja, tamo gunas that are generated based on the oscillation of mind, which is triggered by Nama. So since these are generated north of Agna Chakra, they have been monitored under the supervision of the Guru, who is residing in Agna Chakra. So Stotra, essentially the generation of this Sattva, Raja, Tamo gunas, how much dose of this to be generated and how much to be expended. So all this criteria is been the yardstick is being put forth by the Guru based on the oscillation of mind as per Nama, that is Stotra. So the next is Vasunyadi. What does Vasunyadi mean? Vasunyadi means personality being stirred, or personality being removed. It's being stripped off. And where is it terminated? It is terminated into the intellect through the effects of illusion by operating beyond illusion and transferring these to Panchabrahma personality and mind. That is Vasunyadi. So meaning acquiring the faculties of individual who is operating in a witness mode, and by being operating beyond illusion, that is called Vasunyadi. Rushi it means exhibition of Shodasa Vidya through the discretion, faculty of discretion, and operating beyond illusion, and ability to operate like a lotus flower and expending sattva gunas in that mode. That is Rushi. So essentially Rushi is Ru is Visuddhi Chakra, so he is beyond illusion. And then Sha is the Shodasha Guna, so he is having a discretion. And what kind of discretion? He can apply the Shodasha Vidya in his discretion, that is Rushi. And that is in Anahat Chakra. So therefore Vasunyadi Vagdevata Rushi means operating beyond illusion or Maya effects, exhibiting Shodasa Vidya through the faculties of Panchabrahmas. That is Vasunyadi Vagdevata Rushi. Then Hayagriva essentially means having a horse head and a human body, but such a creature doesn't exist. It is against it never existed in the universe, so it is not a physical form. So what is Hayagriva mean? Hayagriva means ego. So Hayagriva means exhibiting the radiance of inner Guru, that is equivalent to Bhuvneshwari radiance, having only faculty of personality, and other faculties are they are absent. So since horse is having only personality, which is the fire element, so it is always galloping. So Hayagriva means the fire personality of the horse. So Agastya meaning Sattva Tamo Gunas filled in the personality, and the personality under the magnetic shadow of inner Guru. So both Hayagriva and Agastya both have Guru characteristics. Therefore, they are connected, and the Hayagriva teaches or preaches the Lalita Sahasranama, Divya Sahasranama Stotra to Agastya. This dialogue happened. Where did this happen? This happened internally in the Agastya body. The dialogue between Hayagriva and Agastya. So based on all this information, so it is clear that Lalita Divya Sahasranama Stotra is a embodiment of Vasikarana Vidya, which we will come to know. So it is mesmerizing. It promotes magic and hypnotism. It provides alluring effects, sometimes to the extent of even witchcraft. So this has been noticed. Literally, it was being noticed. There are many experiences that individuals have gone through chanting Lalita Divya Rahasya Sahasranama Stotra, because once that connection happens to beyond body, that is all the way to the lunar planet, then all these effects are manifested. So that is about some of the basic terminology. We will extend this terminology to the next episode as well. There is a procedural part known as Anganyasa and Karanyasa, which we will touch upon in the next episode, and after that we are all set. So please put forth your views, comments or criticisms. Thank you.